Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And it's 3rd down.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up to throw. It's caught. Mitchell. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
I'm not sure that that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He finds his man complete. It's Wagner. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Going quickly here to Thomas. Not much there, only a yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Mitchell. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, Mike, 58, right there.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw, Mayfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. First down, Mitchell, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, is so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Denzel Mims. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
From talking with defensive backs and their coaches over the years, they hate to see four guys in a route like this because the safeties are often occupied. It creates indecision. They're unsure about who goes with who. And the quarterback, he just reads the most vulnerable safety and takes advantage of it for a big play here.
And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to one remaining. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. On the return, Deontay Harris. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw here into the hands of Moore. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the 29-yard line.
Here we go. Show it.
From the 29, Mayfield. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Big time play. Let's go, boy. Let's go.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Browns, nothing.
Point it right. Here we go. 58 for Mike, 58 for Mike. Here we go.
On 2nd down and 4. Mayfield going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Check Mike, 27. Check Mike.
Mayfield off the play fake. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Check Mike, 27. Check Mike, 27.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Drops it off for Chubb. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rondale Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Second and 5. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Mims. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Second and 7. They'll look to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
He gets it to Thomas. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. To throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cleveland's drive about to get started. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be second down. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
First down, Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And you can't say enough about our man making the interception right there, Brandon. It's his 12th year in the league, and you told me before the game that he still got it, and he does. What a play that was to come away with the football.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wagner. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Run. Let's go tight end. Let's go right here now.
Mayfield on play action. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That'll bring up second down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Complete. This is Mitchell. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Panthers are able to add on to their first half lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Watch the screen.
Mayfield now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mitchell, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14. He'll drop to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders, unintercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. This defense tough to run against, and those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get him for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
And again, it's Chubb. They juked him, and they'll get this down to the 10.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
A give. This is Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Mayfield looks to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Santos now to add the PAT. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Taken in at the 3.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Carolina. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third.
Picked off near the 29. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
63 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
2nd down and 8.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 14. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Back to throw now on 1st down. This will be caught just inside the 10. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
Switch.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Here's Harris to return it.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
A run for Nick Chubb, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Chubb. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Browns on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time, Mayfield on 4th down. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb.
47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Chubb. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Harris to return it. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. So that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23.
Bring it, baby, bring it!
The Browns drive about to get started. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They give to Chubb out of the gun. Powers through. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Chubb. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Let's go, tackle, let's go.
From the 44, Mayfield. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Chubb. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Now the point after try for Santos. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6.
And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down now, it's Mitchell. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That's caught right side by Mims.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties. And they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
This was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 11, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Panthers, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.